Okay, why am I not seeing any audio coming across here? There it is. I'm not even going to do an audio check, which means this is going to be horrendously horrible. I am going to adjust the green screen, even though I'm not using the green screen. I still want it to be somewhat presentable. Okay, good afternoon. It is January 9th, 2024, 4:18 in the afternoon. I wanted to do video recording, and then I need to do my updates for the stream tonight. So I thought, what's a better way to do that than to combine two birds with one stone? And I will do it this way. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take off the icons. I started DaVinci, I haven't gone any further. As soon as I started DaVinci, I thought, oh, I'll go find my missing file. And I thought, no, that rabbit hole I need to go down either later after the stream tonight or tomorrow or whenever. I need to do what I've set out to do. The green screen is green because Zoom is currently being used, and I did not want to interrupt that. Robert and I have set it up so that anyone that has the credentials can join that Zoom at any time and talk, okay? Unlimited hours, days, weeks, months, whatever. Normally I like to use it because I can have a background behind me, but that's fine. You get the general idea. Unfortunately, with this, I have not come across a program yet or an app for the computer that I can use the green screen without using Zoom. So that is what it is. Let's get this started. So every day I do, as most of you know, a live stream at 9 o'clock at night with the Zoom homies. I use DaVinci Resolve for all of my editing and my creativeness and creativity. I'm going to go into nightly streams. And this keeps it in order of which was last open. Unfortunately, I really wish it would keep it in order where it would put them in the order that I use them. So, this is the one I want, January 7th. See, this one should be first because this was yesterday or 2 days ago. So I'm going to open that up just by double clicking it. And then I'm going to probably take my camera out of the picture because I don't think it's needed. Either that or I'll tell you what I could do is this will get horribly bad with the mirroring. I can go in there and I can reduce the footprint of this and then move it to the extreme edge right there and then lock it so that it doesn't inadvertently get moved, and that'll be probably acceptable right there. All right, so what are we doing here? We are going to change the nightly opening. I open the stream every night the same way, and it basically has background writing. I recently added to 23 that goes to 24, has more background writing. Goes through, it's got audio as you see, then it's got a YouTube background with the day, and then it ends up with the Zoom homies and the music ends. So the only thing I have to do is come over here and bring this up to here. It says Tuesday the 9th, but I actually got it right without me changing anything. For once, it actually got it right. Usually I have to go in there and make a slight adjustment, and it fixes that. But it got it right, so that's good. That part was simple. I'm going to have to remember this. Then I have to go in to the Simpsons writing, which is a Fusion clip. Open it in Fusion. And all of that you see that happens, which is nothing more than the text. That's all it is a text. Well, all of that is done with all of this. This is in Fusion. Fusion uses nodes. Nodes make the world go round. Yesterday's was I'm a concrete creator because that was one of my English mess ups when I meant to say content creator. And I said I'm a concrete creator. That's why that was there yesterday, and that's why it was the word of the day, concrete creator. I don't really have anything catchy for this today, so I'm just going to go in here to this one, and I'm going to change it, and I'm going to put today is Tuesday. Real simple, nothing to it. I'm going to copy it. I'm not real big on keyboard shortcuts. I am trying to get better at keyboard shortcuts. For example, that was a keyboard shortcut there. That was a keyboard shortcut there. I get them. I understand them. I'm just old school, old, set in my ways at 64 years old of doing things the way I like to do it. So there it is. Change number 1 is done. Nothing catchy, nothing fancy. I did go in and change all the colors. I think that kind of adds a little bit of appeal. I'm not sure. I'm not going to explore it very long here right now. But I'm not so sure that I cannot add maybe a picture behind that. I honestly don't know. Let's just use the Grinch, not pick on anybody but myself. So we're going to bring that down there for now. And then we're going to bring this up over here in viewer number 1. So we can see what we're going to work with and whether it's going to show up over here or not. I need to pause this, and I hate to pause it, and I'll explain later why. But I am pausing the stream. Okay, I am back, and I hate to pause these because there's always a little bit of a blurp or a blitz or a glare or something. That I just like to shoot them straight at one take and go from there. So we left off. I was going to see if I can add a background here or not. So I dropped down a picture, and then I'm going to connect this picture to the background because that's what I want to change. I want to change the background. So I'm first going to attempt to do it by putting it into the background. And lo and behold, it actually does work. Now, I'm going to Control Z that because I want to see if I can somehow, I cannot. So I'm going to reconnect it. It's going to connect it to a merge. And then I'm going to change this around, which then connects it to a multi-merge. So I'm going to Control Z that one more time. What if it's going to do that, if it's going to merge it and connect the merge to the multi-merge, why can't I just take the image and plug it into the multi-merge? Well, I can, but it's on top. So I don't like that. So let's get rid of that. What if we tell it to put it where it thinks it needs to be? It still puts it on top. So these should be identifiable. This is the effect mask. So I'm going to see if I can put it into the effect mask, and it automatically puts it back over where I don't want it. So the proper way for me to do and accomplish what I want is going to be connect that to there. It's going to send this to a merge, this to the same merge, and then the merge into there. Now the problem is I kind of want to use whatever the picture that I'm using. I want it to be much bigger than it is. So I'm going to actually make some cosmetic changes here. I'm going to grab all of this and I'm going to bring it down to about right there. And then the reason for that is I don't lose my space up there. And then I'm going to see if I can make this look a little bit better. So in order to do this, and this is beyond the normal, but man, this is going to be another long update. I'm going to hit Shift Space, and I'm going to type in the word transform, which is TRAN, brings up transform, and I think I want this one. So I'm going to highlight it, add, and because it's connected to what I wanted it to connect to, which is the picture, it's already there. I'm going to go into the transform node, and I'm going to adjust the size by adjusting the size. And it did exactly what I wanted. It's in the background. This is good for later on. But for tonight, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to actually disconnect it from right here, reconnect this to right there. I hope that didn't work, so I'm gonna do it a different way. I'm gonna Control Z it until I get to there. There's where I want. Now I know what I can do. I know I can do this. So we're moving on. So now this is done. So we're gonna go back over here. We're gonna play this, and I can scrub it quicker than I can play it. Everything looks good. I'm gonna render it out. Now, due to keeping this short, I'm going to pause it again. Well, this one renders pretty quick, actually. So I am going to wonder why. There we go. So to render this, all I do, and this is what's troubling about I lost a video. January 9, 2024. I don't ever change the location on this. I never change the QuickTime. I add it to the render queue. I go to render 1 and it renders it and it's done. Okay, well, just about done. Okay, that rendered out. It's done. I hit to deposit, and then I'm going to verify it rendered out. Oh, you guys can't see the screen, or maybe you can see. No, you can't see the screen because of. All right. Well, I'm pretty sure you're not seeing it, but just on the outside chance you are, I'm just going to go ahead and change it. And if you're not, then I'll just do it a different way. That's done. So now we're going to go back to Daily DaVinci, and that one's done. I have found in the past that it's better for me to close DaVinci completely down. But what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to go ahead and open this up. Now, we'll put January 7th in the front because that was the latest project. When I shut this down and go back, it won't. The reason I did what I just did, that's going to be the next one I work on. And I want to rename this one to January 9th. 2024. That way I'm up to date and we're done. And I don't necessarily want to do a new project, so I'm going to close that. I'm going to shut down this and we are good to go. And then literally seconds, I'm going to fire it back up. The phone call I got, by the way, was from my golfing buddy. He was updating me on what's going on with him, and I did appreciate it. Not the best news in the world, but actually it wasn't horrible. So you can see now, the last one I was in was 12 Hours Debacle Countdown. January 9th moved all the way back down to there. So I'm going to go look at it and verify that's what I want to do, and it is. I'm going to open it real quick. I'm going to start buzzing through this stuff. I need to get it done so I can edit it and upload it. I had the same issue that I had yesterday. Except I kind of know what I'm doing here. So this one is pretty simple. This one's pretty cut and dried, straightforward. I start out with a background and I add a photo, and then I add in the information that I need. So first things first, we're going to go to the gradient. This is going to be stream number 8. All I'm going to do is change that to live stream number, I'm going to put a space in there, 8. That's done. Then the next one I'm going to do is come over to here. This is going to be live stream number January 9th. That's done. And then I'm going to take Robert's picture and replace it. I'm going to take Robert's picture out, put it where Tony's at, and my new picture will be, I don't know, I don't have any rhyme or reason for this. Let's just go with Jeff Ryman. We'll bring him down here to one that's muted. And the reason for that is I can take this like that. I can take this like that. then I can take Robert and put him down here on a muted one. I can move him down there, make all my changes, which is basically reducing it, moving it over to where it needs to go, moving it up to where it needs to go, reducing it a little bit more, scrolling this back to get me some idea of what I'm looking for, and that looks pretty good. So that part is done. And then to do the other half of that mess, it's not really a mess. I want to come in here to the fusion clip, and then I'm going to take out this picture, which is Tony. I'm going to rename it by highlighting it and renaming this to New Tony. I know it makes no sense, but I know exactly what it's supposed to be. And then I'm going to disconnect New Tony, and I'm going to go grab, let's see what Greg looks like, because yesterday this didn't work for me, but I'm going to try just grabbing Greg, replacing Greg with New Tony, coming over here, taking Greg, putting him into the picture, and it looks like it may actually work this time. We're going to go back to the beginning. We're going to scroll through here, and it does look like it works. So I'm okay with that. I'm not going to change anything. Now we have to make one other quick change, and that is with Jeff. At the beginning of the stream, I want Jeff to not be there. So we're going to highlight Jeff. We're going to go find the Audacity, which I don't see anywhere. This is wonderful, not going the way I want it to. Sure. Why can't I see Jeff's Audacity? You got to be kidding me. Works for Robert. Oh, I'm an idiot. It's not Audacity. Opacity, by the way, not Audacity. This is not done that way. So at the beginning of the screen, I want Jeff to be, and I got to write down that number of 0.360. I think I could remember it, but I can't. At the beginning of this, I want Jeff to be gone. I'm going to put a keyframe. At the end of this, we're pretty close to the end, I want Jeff to be 0.360, and he's back. Then when I hit the keyboard, I hit the space bar, it plays. We are good. I don't have to look at it anymore. I know it's going to do exactly what it's supposed to do. Again, we render it. Again, the render is just so simple that it's not funny, except for the one that I lost, January 9th, 2024. Everything's where it needs to be. I'm going to add it to the render queue. We're going to close that. We're going to go up here and close a bunch of these. This is the one I want. Render it. And this one does take a minute to render. So I will pause. It says about 3 minutes. So I could do one of two things. I could change the source and show you some other things I got going on in the background. Or I can pause it. I opt to pause it, because it does take the full 3 minutes. So I will be back. Unfortunately, this is the way I need to do this today. All right, that's done. Now I am just going to move right along. I decided I needed to check when I wasn't going to, but I see an error with it. So I'm going to open this one up. And I think the error is something I did. So I'm going to go back over here to edit. No, the editor, it is not something I did. Oh, that's not it. This is the original one where I had the jigsaw puzzle that I did of all the clocks that were 9 o'clock. Actually, I think they're actually 8:59 now that I look at them. They're not straight up and down 9 o'clock, which is ironic because I didn't change it. And Doug says in his opening clip thing that straight up 9 o'clock, blah, blah, blah. That's the wrong one. Where is that at? I know it's in here because it's part of the nightly stuff. So there we go. 9 o'clock edit. This is it. I changed it to 9 o'clock edit. And yep, I was right. So you see right down here on the audio track, it's muted. When I rendered this out, the last time it was muted. So that's why there was no audio. I make that mistake quite a bit. I'm going to unmute it, and then I'm going to scrub it to here.
Hand's not quite on the 12 yet, right? So you can't call that straight up.
Okay, that makes sense. And I'm going to reduce this down just a little bit so I can see. Okay, I'm not sure why I did that, but let me see something here. Oh, because I have that. Yeah, there is something I need to change in here. I'm going to go ahead and scrub this out all the way. I can't get the two pictures to line up. I can't get the Dougbethism in the picture to line up. And I noticed, I thought I did every other one. So the E's left, E's right, left, right, left, left. So this is done in a Fusion as well. And no, I am wrong. It is not done in a Fusion as well. It is done right here. So I'm going to mute that one. That's the one I want. So this one, I need to remember how I did that. And I thought it was just strictly mirrored. In fact, I know it was mirrored. Here we go, flipped. I'm going to flip it back. There we go. So we got left, right, left, right, left, right. That was a pretty easy one to fix. And I can't get that to work. Not going to worry about it. Now I'm going to go re-render this so that it's properly done, and I basically will be done. I'll bring this back to DaVinci. I'll record it. And what's this called? This is going to be called, oddly enough, January 9th, 2024. Trying to keep things as simple as I can this year, guys. I really am. So I'm going to render that. And I can't remember if this one takes a long time or not. It says 10 minutes to go. So maybe it is one of the longer ones. I don't remember. I'm going to bring this out a little bit and see. Oh, I can't. Well, this is interesting. I'm not going to stop it. I'm just going to let it run. I'm going to pause it. Boy, I sure hope I marked that properly, because if I didn't, I'm going to have to redo it. So pausing once again. All right, I stopped it, and I stopped it for a reason. I didn't pay attention again. And it was going to render the entire timeline. So we're going to re-render it. Not going to change anything. I'm going to delete all of these so that I know that it's clean. But I'm going to make one little change here. And then I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to click this to be the in and out region. And then I'm going to change my in and out to what I want. Probably a different way of doing this. I'm doing it the extreme hard way. Yeah, I'm going to go back over here to the edit page real quick. Yep, it's all there. I want to stop with 37 seconds to go. So in and out range. Should be about right there. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I just didn't grab it all. So I'm going to bring this down again and then bring it back. And then expand it out a little bit. Actually, every time I expand it out a little bit, I lose more of it. So let's go there. Actually, let's mark it right there. Take the in and out from there to right there, close enough. In and out, I got it set. I know what I want. I'm good. Gonna add it to the render queue. I'm gonna replace it and I'm gonna render it. And this should not take all that long now, even though it's still saying 17 minutes. Now it's dropped to 4. Actually, I believe this one does render relatively quick if I remember correctly. So I can actually go sit on the scene that it's for, which is this one. I can go here, I can go properties, browse, and it shows the one I have. Now, of course, it's showing 3 minutes to go. So I'm going to work on it. I'm going to really get it trimmed down. But I got to get this done. It's 5 o'clock. I got a half hour. I have a half an hour. In fact, I may just wrap this up and say, thank you, everyone, for being here. I appreciate it. I don't know if you're seeing me right now or not because I'm over. Okay, now that's interesting that the clocks are back. This is not what I want. Oh, okay, no, this is what I want. I haven't changed it yet. It's actually showing the one and it should because I haven't changed it. Oh, this is going horribly bad. And it's straight up and down 5 o'clock. Don't tell me I've really messed this up. Yeah, I'm going to wrap this up. I'll see you guys tonight at 9 o'clock. I'm going to stop recording. And I'll see everyone at 9. And hopefully you watch the premieres I'm doing. Thank you. Have a great day. If you like what you see, hit the like button. And please hit subscribe. I would appreciate it. Thank you.